Joel, meanwhile, the Commonwealth Bank has told a parliamentary committee which demographic it sees as struggling the most right now during the cost of living crisis.
Yeah, Tom, look, now we have had all four of the big banks face scrutiny at this parliamentary committee. Westpac has just got up to give some comments now, and just like the others, they have said that when analysing the books of their customers, that indeed Australians are faring remarkably well through this rapid-fire rate hiking cycle that we have seen over the past 18 months, and that there is still investment coming in, especially in the business sector through the energy, through the sectors involving renewable energy and mining. But on the consumer front, that is how individuals are going. Well, they say that there is a specific cohort within the millennial generation that is really struggling at the moment and is having to rein in their spending accordingly.
We would say that sort of the age band that we're seeing the greatest strain at the moment is between the ages of 30 and 34. You know, the least strain is between 60 and 74. You know, and then there's obviously dimensions within that. We see renters under more pressure actually than those with a mortgage, and of course those that own their own home outright, the least.
And we've seen many of the big banks echoing the concerns of the Reserve Bank Governor Philip Lowe that he announced yesterday that unless there is an increase of supply of housing in Australia, that prices are likely to climb higher, especially considering migration is expected to surge after the pandemic to significant amounts over the next 2 years. The government has its Housing Australia Future Fund that it is trying to get passed through both houses of Parliament, unsuccessfully so far. The opposition says that this won't help.
The only plan they have is for public and social housing. Sure, but how many of these migrants are going to live in public and social housing? I mean, the vast majority of Australians don't live in public and social housing. They buy their own home or they live in the private rental market. It's not going to make a difference for the vast majority of Australians.
We can't get that legislation through the Parliament because it's being blocked by the Greens and the Coalition. So they should heed the warnings of the NAB boss and the RBA boss and get on with passing this legislation so we can start building that housing.
And Tom, Labor obviously also has a broader plan to work with both private industry and the states and territories to build 1 million homes across the country over a 5-year period. But that is a goal that has been made all the more difficult by rising interest rates. Tom?
Joel, Phil, thank you.